Hey guys, so it's been a few months since I recorded an inspirational video, and even though I haven't done a few months, I can definitely say that these last few months have been the most inspiring and life-changing months of my life. And today I want to talk to you guys about creating your own opportunities. And the reason I want to touch on this is because I feel like all of us, including myself, think that we have to wait for opportunities in order to live out our dream, and that is not true at all. So if you've been following me for a while, or if you know me, you know that I have always said that I want my own show. And I've been doing interviews for over 6 years now. It was 6 years in May, and I just reached a point in my life where it was like, okay, it's time for me to take my work to the next level. I always said I wanted my own show, but when people would ask me like, oh, how do you plan on doing that? I'm like, I don't know, I'll just, when the time is right, it's gonna come. I'm just gonna keep making my YouTube videos and keep doing my interviews, and then it'll come. And so that's cool and all, but then I realized that I wasn't doing everything I could, and banking on that was just me being lazy. And so what I did instead was, instead of waiting for a network to to discover me or whatever, someone give me that opportunity, I decided to create that opportunity on my own. And the way I did it, I can't even say it was on my own, because I truly believe that this was just a part of God's plan. But what I mean by like creating it on my own is that I had one of my really good friends, his name's Mike Navi, and him and I were production managers for Ski. And Navi has his own equipment, like literally TV equipment. Like they shot the Ski TV show on Fuse with this equipment. And he partnered up and is also best friends with this guy named Michael Vincent, who has a hair and makeup academy called Michael Vincent Academy. So MVA. MVA started to build studios, and I had been there before, and MVA used to do all this stuff for the Ski TV and everything. And so Navi just called me randomly one day and was like, Jen, like, you said you always wanted to have your own show. Like, I have the equipment and Michael has the studios. They're building it out right now. Like, let's just do it. Like, let's just put something together and then we can send it to the networks. And he brought it up, I would say maybe in like May or June, but then the studios weren't ready yet, and they weren't going to be ready until July. And then so come July, Navi said, let's go to the studio so we can check it out. And I remember when I first walked in, they had all these TVs. All the TVs are like 42 to 60 inch TVs. They had all these TVs playing all my interviews all around it. They had my logo on the projector going against the wall, and it felt so right, and it really made me feel like I had an actual TV studio. So literally, I think I looked at the date, it was like July 12th that we went to the studio, and I sat with, well, it's funny to say Mike and Michael, so really everyone calls Navi Mike, Navi. So Navi and Michael, so we sat there and we talked about like what we wanted to do. They were saying that like I need a sign, we were planning on this stuff, and it was so crazy because Navi and Michael said that all I need to do is build my set, and I don't have to pay to use the equipment or use the studio, and we were all just gonna partner up and build something together because they believed in me. And to me, that was crazy, because to me it was just like, how is it that all of that literally fell in my lap? Like, how much more of a sign did God have to give me to tell me like this is the way to go about it? And as soon as I left that studio, I just started looking up different signs, started looking at the furniture, and they said that's all I needed to get. And the amount for that set is not even like close to how much that equipment, again, it's TV equipment, and the studio is to rent out. Like, it's literally pennies in comparison to that. And so come August 19th, I already had like the furniture, the set, and we shot our first show with Cap G. So he's the guy that sings that Girlfriend song, because people always say, oh, I don't know who that is, but you do know who that is because he sings that song. we shot him on August 19th, and we just shot Eric Bellinger yesterday, which was September 1st. And there's some people who have been like, why don't you just hold all that content? Like, what is your plan? What if a network doesn't want to air that stuff because it aired again? But the point is, that's not what I'm trying to do. The point is, I was trying to shoot these episodes and go to a net. I don't even think I'm going to have to go to a network. I really think a network's going to find me, whether that's like a Netflix, a Hulu, or if it's like a primetime like network. But the plan was to keep recording my stuff, just, you know, like based off of like my relationships and everything. Record whatever shows that I could get, just keep putting them out there, uploading them on my YouTube, and then eventually, like when that network finds me or I find a network, I could be like, look, we shot all these episodes, we had all these guests just for my little YouTube channel. So imagine how much more I can get you if I'm telling guests that it's going to be on a Netflix or a Hulu or a E or wherever it is. And that's the whole point. And my phone is definitely ringing. So let me go pause it really quick. Oh, I don't, that wasn't a fart. That sounded like I farted. That was a leather chair. Hold on. Damn, I feel like I just killed the whole vibe of the video. My phone's never on loud either, so that was weird. But anyway, I just, I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, basically like just waiting for a network to reach out to me. And there were some people who were like, oh, like, so you're just gonna upload it on your YouTube? Like, what if you don't get the views? Like, but again, that's not the point. I said I wanted my own show, so I'm not going to sit here and wait for a network to give me the studio and the funding and give me a budget to be able to shoot that show. And I'm going to show them what I can do without a network, so that can speak for itself when they, like, in regards to like what I could do if I actually had a network behind me. So I'm just really grateful. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've cried about it, but like happy tears, because it's like I'm shooting with TV equipment. I have a production team of my talented friends, because it's literally basically all the people from Ski and anyone I've ever worked with in the last 6 years. I have a full makeup, hair, and grooming staff. I have and I just have guests who have agreed to do the show just off of the strength of believing in me. Like, literally, I didn't have to put a penny towards it, and I'm so grateful for that, because how did things line up that perfectly? And it just made me realize how blessed I am. And I just know that over time, like, somewhere, somehow, I'm going to have my own show. And I just want this, like, how all of this came about. Like, yes, I understand that it all came about, but the whole point of this video is I don't want you guys waiting on opportunities. Like, no matter what it is that you want to do, you don't have to wait for someone to give you the green light to do it, to give you the resources, the relationships, whatever it is to do it, when you can really do it on your own. And that's exactly what I'm doing with this amazing team of people. So I'm just grateful, and I just wanted to share that message. And I just wanted to say thank you. One, obviously, to God for blessing me more than I could ever imagine or deserve. Thank you to anyone who ever believed in me or believes in me. Thank you to people who brought me under their wing, just so I could learn from them to even know the things that I know today, like all the big companies that let me work for them. And thank you to anyone who's ever gave me that opportunity to interview you. And lastly, thank you to anybody who has ever watched any of my videos. I don't care if this is the first video you ever watched, or if you watched a video from 4 years ago and you haven't watched the video since, or if you watch all my videos, because honestly, if it wasn't for each and every single one of you, like, none of this would have happened. I wouldn't have the encouragement to go after what I really want to go after, because it really makes me feel that, like, I have like a stampede of people who have my back, and people are counting on me, and people believe in me, and people know that whatever I put my mind to, like, that I'll make it happen. And it's such an amazing feeling that I really can't even put into words. So yeah, I don't know what happens next. I mean, like, I know eventually it's gonna get picked up, but I'm just excited to see like what guests end up coming, what the set turns into, what networks we hear from first, and just like, I don't know, it's just exciting. But overall, just I want to encourage you guys to create your own opportunities and not wait for them. And if you guys do get inspired to do that, please share those opportunities below, because there's probably other people out there that want to hear like what opportunities you created for yourself that maybe they can create on their own as well. So thank you for watching, and yeah, you'll be seeing the interviews on my YouTube channel, and I'll keep you guys up to date with the progress, and I'll start uploading like vlogs and vlogs and behind the scenes stuff so you can see how everything came about. And again, just thank you so much for everything. I'm really happy and grateful and beyond blessed, and I will forever feel that way forever, ever, 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 ever.